Hey everybody, this is Shane R. Monroe, and I am here with the Mamut grips for the Oculus Touch controller. This is actually from the Oculus Quest, and I had a little bit of trouble getting these things together, so I thought I'd shoot a quick video to show you how it's done, and just sort of give you a little mini review of these things. So this is one in its final condition. You can see the strap, the dangling strap is gone that comes with the other one. And you can see this very nice grip, and then there's this string here, and I'll show you how all this works in just a minute. So what you get for each grip is you get this little piece of plastic here, you get this sort of a shoestring, and you get the rubber grip. Now the first thing that you'll find out if you follow the video online is they're using the video for the Rift S controller, and if you follow that, you will spend about an hour of your life banging your head against the wall. So I'm going to help you out. The first thing you'll want to do is pull the battery cover off and just take this guy right out. Just slides right out. So here's your lanyard. Now if you'd like, you could stick the lanyard right through this little hole down here, and you can reconnect it if you want, and then it just dangles out the back side of it like this. I don't necessarily care for that, and you won't need it anyway, so we're just going to leave it off. So we'll put the battery cover back on. These grips are not universal. Only one of them goes on the left and one of them goes on the right. If you put the grip on, right, so there's one side for the grip. If this little tab here doesn't go towards the inside of the ring, and in fact it goes towards the outside, you've got the wrong one on. They're not labeled, so you'll just have to do a little trial and error. Then you thread the string through. I've already pre-threaded it just to make this easier, right? We'll stick this through the top, and you're going to loop through it, make a little kind of a knot out of it. All right, so I'm going to kind of snug this up. There you go. So it's kind of tight. Okay, pretty straightforward. Then you take this little guy. It's a little push. It pushes through. It's a clip, really. You just put this right through the top and drop it at least once or twice. Put it right through the top. With your one finger, hold it down so that the holes line up. Thread them through. Okay. There we go. Make sure they poke out the other side correctly. They do. Keep the button held and pull them tight. That's it. That's all there is to it. It took me a lot longer. That's why one of the reasons I made this video. So once you have this on, you simply slip these in. This feels a lot like the index controller. Right? So you slip this on, right? And then you can use your mouth if you want. Push in and tighten it. You might be able to get your fingers down there. Use the table, push it in, tighten it up, whatever you need to do. Or go like this. Push it in, pull it tight. There. As you can see, it's not going anywhere. If your hand's around it, it's certainly not going to go anywhere. This is a lot more comfortable than having those lanyards around. And I got to tell you, with the extra grip, right, this is perfect. It's a little bit bigger, makes my hands feel better. I feel like I'm in much more control. My Beat Saber scores went completely up after getting this. Hang on a second, it's a lot easier to do this with one hand. Went way up after I got these things, which alone is a testament to how great they are. I like to keep them nice and snug. You see almost the back of my hand, it's cutting off the circulation, but I'm a freak like that. So yeah, so you tighten them up and you're good to go. Now, what's the bad side of these things? First of all, they're about 40 bucks and they take 2 weeks to get here because they come from Belgium or something. They come from way overseas. So plan on either spending a little extra for rush shipping or plan on spending a little bit of time waiting. Now the other thing you might notice is once they're on, when you grip your hand around, you can see that my thumb is sort of too high, right? I mean, to get to that controller, the buttons, not as comfortable. I have to slip my hand down, right, to the base, right? Now my thumb lines up and I can get to the controls. Now what that does is the tension on this thing is really right here, not down here. So what is happening now is it feels loose here and tight down here, which isn't as good as what it feels like when it's right in the middle. So there is a little trade-off there. You can get used to that. You can recover from that, especially if you're gripping at the bottom. you still have a nice firm grip. You don't feel like it's going to fall out. But if I had to say anything negative, it's about how long it takes to get here. The cost, it's like 40 bucks. I mean, that's a pretty good investment. The frustration of actually getting it set up if you don't have a good video. And finally, the pull proportion is down towards the bottom, which is okay, minor nitpick. Now, let me tell you something else that makes these things so great. If you're a Beat Saber player especially, and you use the Quest, this is going to really ring true to you. If I take this back off, right? So when you're playing Beat Saber without the grip on, the battery case, or the battery case cover, as you're strongly swiping and beating, your hand will slightly pull the battery case down. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? Your grip, as your hand shifts slightly, it pulls the battery case, the cover, just a little bit. Now, if you're like me and you're playing Beat Saber, you can't handle that sort of level of distraction. It throws your complete game off. You miss, you lose your score streak, whatever. First world problems, right? The point is, this solves that. So the honest truth is, if you're a Beat Saber player, and you really want to get the best scores possible and you want to have the most awesome experience, I just can't recommend these things enough. Their tech support was great. I was livid when I first tried to put this thing together because I was using the Rift S video, and I was yelling at them and I was screaming at them and I was saying terrible things to them and I wanted a refund and all that. Truth be told is their tech support was great. They're a little two-man operation. They got back to me. They helped me out without calling me an idiot by not trying to put them on the other side, right? Because I thought they were universal, but they're not. Hard to do this one-handed. Thought I could do this while I was talking. Truth is, if you're a Beat Saber player, at the very least, if you're a Beat Saber player, you need a set of these. Even if you're not, even if you've ever used the Index and you say, man, that controller feels so comfortable on the way, it hugs my hand like that. That's what this does. You will want these. These are the Mamut grips for the Oculus Quest. They also work on the Rift S, and they have, I believe, a Rift version as well. They're about 40 bucks. Get them. You'll love them. And I'm going to go play Beat Saber now. So, little Major Pickle time. Little Mickey from Tony Basil. All right. Please subscribe, like, pass this thing around. Let everyone know that you saw it here on Monroe World. Thanks a bunch for watching, and we'll see you in VR. Take care.